Hello, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is what you don't see coming for the week of March 8th, 2026. It is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through today, just take what fits and leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means that it is meant for someone else. Also, be sure to check out your other placements. If you're not sure what they are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all of that said, now let's begin. Tapping into the Leo collective now, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What does Leo not see coming for the week of March 8th, 2026? What do they not see coming? One more shuffle. Thank you. What do you not see coming, my dear? Oh, we have spiritual hater. And at the bottom of the deck, we have ain't crap. Okay. Doesn't have to be someone who dislikes your spirituality. This card could actually indicate that this is just someone who does not like you or something that you're doing. So let's see what this is all about for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Why is spiritual hater something they don't see coming for the week of March 8th, 2026? One more shuffle here. Thank you. In your energy, we have the Three of Cups, we have the Page of Swords, we have the Page of Wands, and we have the Queen of Cups, the situation, environment, or connection that you're dealing with. We have Justice, we have Page of Pentacles, and then we have the Seven of Swords. Okay, Three of Cups. Why are you in the Three of Cups this week? Why are you in the Three of Cups this week? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Three of Cups is clarified by Ace of Swords, the Sun, and the Seven of Pentacles. Page of Swords. What is this Page of Swords here? One more shuffle. Thank you. Page of Swords is clarified by Nine of Cups, the King of Wands, and the Ace of Wands, and the Page of Wands. Why is the Page of Wands here for you? One more shuffle. Thank you. Page of Wands clarified by Four of Cups, the Death card, and the Eight of Swords. Well, there's your ain't crap. And the Queen of Cups. Why is this in your energy? One more shuffle. Thank you. Queen of Cups is clarified by Seven of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. And who is this here in this Page of Swords? This is Libra, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Four of Swords. We have the Magician, Virgo, and Gemini energy. And we have the Six of Cups. So there's your soulmate or soul bond connection there. At the bottom of the deck, you have a King of Cups. So this week for you, I like it. You seem to be working on something here that brings you joy, brings you happiness. You're really in your power. Some of you could be going out this weekend or making plans to go out this weekend. You seem to be utilizing your time well. This is like time well spent energy here. You're very clear-minded. You're very future-focused. And you seem to be enjoying yourself, whether that's something you're doing on your own or you're doing with a couple of people. And those individuals could be friends or family members, or maybe even your romantic partner for those of you who are partnered. The Page of Swords here is clarified by the Nine of Cups, the King of Wands, which is you, whether you're masculine or feminine. And then we have the Ace of Wands. So again, there's this acquisition of knowledge, information. It's, I don't know, it has something to do here with something creative that you want to work on or build. Oh, that's weird. I just heard the Doors. Come on, baby, light my fire. Yeah, come on, baby, light my fire. So it's possible for some of you, you are connecting with a romantic partner this week. It could be like in an intimate setting. There certainly could be some adult texting going on as well between you and someone else in that Page of Swords energy. And then there seems to be communication or possibly something that you're seeing online between you and another individual. I feel like this is a person that you have rejected and will continue to reject. It is a soul connection. So you have had, thank you, Mercury retrograde. You have had dealings with this individual in the past. I think it's a connection that you walked away from or is severely fractured. You don't seem to want to fix it this week. And you're also a bit confused about why this person is either trying to communicate with you or posting something online, and you seem to be like why would they do that, or why would they post that? I'm getting a little bit of a spying energy from this person. And I think if you find yourself thinking about this individual this week, especially if this is someone that you have disengaged from, or you broke up with, or you're just no longer talking to or affiliated with, and suddenly this week you find yourself thinking about them a lot, it seems to be here because they are manifesting, whether they're aware that they're doing it or not. And it could just be that they're heavily thinking of you. That would be why you're suddenly thinking of this person. It's like they're pulling on your energy this week. And for some of you, yeah, they're either reaching out to you or they're posting something online that sort of makes you scratch your head. There's confusion here in your energy when it comes to this person. So it's either why would they post that or write that, or why are they contacting me? Tell me more about this person. One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the Five of Cups, we have the Two of Pentacles, and we have the Devil. Of course, we were going to see that. Bottom of the deck, Three of Pentacles. It could be for some of you that this is someone you work with, could be an employee, an employer, a coworker, someone you currently work with, or someone that you worked with in the past. For others of you, this just could be a friend or a family member, or possibly even a lover, but I'm feeling X. I should have put X in front of all three of those, because it would be like the ex family member, you don't really speak to them anymore, or an ex friend, you don't have any contact with them. And for others of you, this is an ex lover. What is this person doing this weekend? There seems to be remorse and regret over something they said to you, or possibly the way they treated you. I also think that this person did not think that you would fully move on from them, or that you would be able to make such a clean break from them. And I think that's what they're disliking about you. Are they trying to call you in and reconnect with you? They are, but there's also something here. There's a little bit of immature aggression. There's a little bit of immature aggression here, because it's almost like they can't believe that you want nothing to do with them anymore. So in that respect, I could see them disliking or even hating your power or your ability to ward them off or have nothing to do with them. Anything else Leo needs to know about this person? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Page of Cups. There's your communication card. Eight of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Swords, which is a messenger. Some of you very well could be receiving communication from this person. This seems to be very small, I have to be honest with you. It's like you're seeing something, or like I said, you're receiving communication from them, but it's small. We now have all 4 pages on the table. So I feel like either they're saying something to you or writing something online, and this is your attitude. It's like, it ain't shit. Carlos is right behind that. This connection isn't going anywhere as far as you're concerned. Whatever they're trying to bait you with that they're posting online, you don't seem to be taking the bait. I think it's angering this person. I think they are of the belief that you would fall for it, and when you don't, they seem to get a little bit aggressive. Not towards you, but just like within their energy. And then I have another group of you where this person is extending some kind of an apology to you. But again, you sort of seem to just be leaving it hanging in the air here. It's like they're offering you, that page is offering you the cup, and then here's the cup hanging here. So for some of you, you very well could receive a text message from this person, and it looks like you'll leave it on read. Same thing if it's any kind of like DM or direct message. For those of you where this person's actually going to reach out and call you, and that Knight of Swords, that's Gemini energy. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, which is communication. So for some of you, it could even be a phone call, but most of you are not even going to answer the phone. And I kind of get the feeling this is where I can see that anger come into play. But again, it's coming from a very immature as well as insecure place. Let's get you some advice here. I want to get you some advice when it comes to something that you're working on here. It's exciting. It's passionate. It's creative. This seems to be time well spent in terms of the investment energy here that you're putting into this. It makes you very happy. You're acquiring some new information. You're excited. And like I said, for some of you, whether you're hanging out with a bunch of people or one person or just yourself, overall, you seem to be in really great spirits for the week ahead. Your advice, 8 of Wands. So yeah, I do see you moving forward with this. And it's something expansive. You're excited about this. The King of Wands is an energy of expansion. The Ace of Wands is expanding. The 8 of Wands is the first decan in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, which is very expansive. So again, I think you're finding a lot of excitement in this. One more shuffle here. Thank you. So in terms of your advice, you have the 8 of Wands, you have the 10 of Wands, and you have the Hermit, bottom of the deck, Chariot. I see you pressing through and moving forward with whatever this is, learning this, launching this. I don't know. I kind of feel like you're a bit of a sponge here this week, collecting data, collecting information, and then moving forward on it. You're willing to put in the hard work or the effort when it comes to whatever this is. And your advice here is to continue to do that. Continue to move forward with whatever this creative endeavor is. Or for some of you, if it is a passionate relationship, continue to move forward with it, and just check periodically with yourself to make sure that you're pleased with the results and that Hermit energy. Or if it is a connection, that you're pleased with the connection and where it is. It just seems to be like every now and then this week, just kind of stop and check in with yourself. Make sure you're happy with the results that you're seeing. But your advice here is to move forward with this and to put the work into it. Now, dealing with this individual, I'm going to get 3 cards for those of you where you're seeing something online. But again, I feel like it's purposely done to lure you. On the side, we have the 6 of Pentacles. One more shuffle here. Thank you. 6 of Pentacles on the side. You have the Chariot, and you have the 6 of Swords. I would pay it no mind. I would pay it no... I would not give it any attention. The 6 of Swords is the second decan in Aquarius. Aquarius tends to be very emotionally detached. I was going to say Cancer. The Chariot is Cancer. Cancer is ruled by the moon. The moon rules our emotions. So there's something here about being emotionally detached. And because this came out on the side, to not give anything to this in terms of a response. But if you feel called to do it, less is more. If the 6 of Pentacles came out completely in the reverse, I would say to not even bother responding in terms of advice. But this is like, just keep moving forward, be emotionally detached. I wouldn't respond personally if this was something happening to me. But your advice seems to be, if you're going to respond, like to reply, less is definitely more. For those of you where this individual is actually reaching out by text or phone call to apologize. Advice for my Leos receiving a text or phone call apology. One more shuffle. Thank you. You have the Ace of Swords. You have the Hierophant. And you have the Knight of Cups. Bottom of the deck, you have Judgment. You're going to have to make a judgment call. I would see this person or whatever occurred here between you and them at face value. I would look at the truth of the matter. No smoke and mirrors. No rose-colored glasses. And I also think you have to ask yourself, if this person aligns with who you are, what you believe, what you want for your life. I wouldn't just accept an apology because it's being offered to you. You could also accept an apology but reject the person. That's also on the table here for you as well. But yeah, it looks like you're going to have to make a judgment call. Do you want this person part of your 10 of Cups? Could they contribute to it? Or with that 7 of Swords devil energy, would they just continue to detract from your happiness? And that's something that you'll need to answer this week for those of you where you are receiving a phone call or a text message from this person. And that is what I have for you, Leo, for the week ahead. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.